Listen to that, it's so pretty. Hello and welcome back to the ETC Guitar YouTube channel. This video is the crescendo, the final climax of this series I've been doing for the past month or so, all based around the Tweed Deluxe. Now, take a step back a little bit. If you haven't seen any of the other videos in the series, I highly encourage you check them out. They're very fascinating. I'll have a link in the description below to a playlist. So we built a kit from amplified parts. We compared it to a vintage Tweed Deluxe. We compare different resistor types, different capacitor types, side by side to see if they make a difference. We compared output transformers, and most recently we converted it from a 5E3 to a 5D3 circuit. So we've done all of that. This is the finale of the video series, and honestly what I've been most looking forward to, it's the thing that just been on my mind and honestly kind of was what triggered this entire series in the first place. I had this idea, this circuit idea that I really wanted to explore based off of the Tweed Tremolux, the 5E9A/5G9 circuit. It's kind of a lesser known model. Not a ton of people are aware of them. And they share a lot of similarities with the Tweed Deluxe, but they also share similarities with the bigger amps like my Tweed Basement over here. That includes a long tail pair phase inverter, so cleaner, different phase inverter, as well as fixed bias, just like the bigger Fender amps, versus cathode bias in a Tweed Deluxe or the smaller Tweed amps. So, and still no negative feedback, just like a Tweed Deluxe. So it's just this kind of really unique set of features that make that circuit really intriguing to me. So I, from the very get-go, before I even got the kit actually, I started game planning how I can take an existing eyelet board, an existing kit for a 5E3 and convert it into this really unique amp, and then go from there and turn it into something maybe completely separate or an evolution of the circuit that fits my ear a bit more. So that's the whole point of this video. That's what we're going to dive into and attempt to do. So yeah, there's a lot to get to on the workbench. There's a lot of work we got to get to. So we'll go ahead and jump forward. But before we do, I just want to quickly say thank you to Amplified Parts. They are who made this entire video series possible. They sponsored this. They provided the parts. They provided the kit. Thank you to them. And if you're interested in building your own kit, or you just need amp parts or speakers or spring tanks, pedal kits even, they've got you covered. They got their mod collection over there. And for a limited time, they're offering a limited discount code for you guys, linked in the description below. So if you catch this video before that expires, use it, save some money, and try your hand at building some stuff. So let's go ahead and dive in on the workbench and talk about the nitty-gritty details. All right, it's finally time to convert this thing. Honestly, I've been most excited for this part of the series. All the comparisons were really fun, but I'm excited to dig into this and try something that's kind of new and different. So yeah, there's a lot of different ways we can go about this. And to be honest, I'm a little sad to move away from the 5D3 because I think it sounds really good. The 5D3 would definitely be staying if I didn't want to try this other idea out. So yeah, just for you guys out there, if you have a 5E3 and you don't love it, try the 5D3. It might get you exactly where you want to go. So there's a lot of different ways we can go about this. And the hard part with what we're doing, converting it to that kind of 5G3 concept, so basically 5G9 without tremolo, is that this amp is not fixed bias, it's cathode bias. So that presents some problems for us. And we're trying to do a lot with an existing board that's set up for a 5E3, right? So we were able to get it done with the 5D3, but the 5G3 concept is going to be much more involved. So you can see I've added in a couple different eyelets. I'm blanking on the name of the program I use to do this. It's actually built off the back of a Rob Robinette 5E3 setup, and then I just used it as the bassist for the conversion. Not everything is one-to-one because I've just been moving things around, but basically from here to here is the same, and then all the way over is pretty significantly different. And we'll kind of zoom in. So the big thing is fixed bias. So my idea is to basically treat it kind of like a Princeton reverb, where they get the bias feed off of the rectifier. And so you would take it off of the this tap right here, the red, and we'll go to an eyelet I've added here in the corner. We'll have a 100K resistor. I'm just spitballing. I have no idea what resistance is going to be needed in here. I'm basically just kind of taking the concept of the Princeton reverb, essentially. So 100K, we'll have a diode, and then I have these two added right there. Hopefully you can see that, those two added eyelets. We'll have a 10K between them, and basically this is a setup that you would see in a Tweed Bassman, for example, where you got the two different capacitors and then also making adjustable bias with a little trim pot. So that's the idea there. The filtering is a little bit different, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not, but traditionally 3/16s. I think I might bump up this cap up to a 40 potentially, or a 30. We'll see how I feel once we get into it, and maybe that'll be later on after we kind of keep this the same. The droppers, this is again based off of the 5G9, if I remember correctly, 4.7K. I've got a 10K in there right now and another 10K from the 5D3. So we'll play with those. Screen resistors. So this does not have screen resistors. So probably going to want to add those in as part of it as well, which requires moving some more things around and moving the grid stop locations. You can see they're just kind of up in the air there and there. So that will have to be changed if we want to move forward with that portion. And then the rest is a very unconventional looking, but conventional long tail pair phase inverter setup that you see in all the other big amps. It's just a little confusing because it's somewhat inverted. So yeah, we're going to get less gain for sure. But I don't think we're really hurting for gain in an amp like this. And the 5G9 Tremolux is kind of famous for having, having some more headroom and that more of a grown-up sound in a smaller package, or at least a lower wattage package. So yeah, all of that to say, I'm excited. There's a lot of work ahead, so let's dive in. And because I did all the wires on top, I'm gonna have to move wires around a lot. That's totally fine. Once we settle on what the final circuit is gonna be, I'll do it all properly and cleanly underneath. But okay, let's dive in. All right, let's see if it works. Got a guitar plugged in. Wow, it works surprisingly good. Definitely cleaner, definitely punchier. A lot more range on the tone knob as well on the normal channel now. All right, one quick test I want to do. This is off to the side. Let's go back into the bright channel, and now, because we're not trying to like squeeze any clean headroom possible out of the amp like we are with the 5E3, now we can go ahead and swap V1, which is a 12AY7, and swap that over with a 12AX7. Just grab one from the stash here. Even cleans up great. Okay, we're gonna stop here. Gotta back to help the kids. But yeah, resounding success. There's no weird noises going on. It seems perfectly healthy, which is somewhat of a miracle. I mean, I did a lot of planning ahead of time, but yeah, we did some significant changes here, and to get this result, I am extraordinarily happy that that's what we got out of it. So cool. Okay, so now I got to do actual mic demos, but I'm going to get to know the amp a little bit more because the settings are not going to work for the comparison before and after. I might still do it just to show, but the amp needs to be set differently for sure to shine. But I am actually happier than I thought I was going to be with the initial tones. It sounds so good, and seems again way more versatile. It was 5E3 not versatile, 5D3 more versatile. This 5G3 concept, guys, I think might be a real hit. So good. Awesome. All right. So let's pick it up when I have more time to put it on camera. Quick little aside here. I'm experimenting with different pots in this amp because the pot taper is pretty poor, in my opinion, with the stock CTS pots that come with the kit. Let's see what they look like right there. And so I swapped in a J taper in the Brilliant channel here, and I just want to show it compared to the normal channel. So I'm trying to do this one-handed. So got the guitar, I'm in the bright channel, strum it, see what it starts to turn on. You can see just past 2 starts to turn on. The bright cap is not in circuit, just to show that they're the same. So you can ignore that. But yeah, so that's where it starts to come on. Now let's go ahead and switch it to the other normal channel. So this is the J taper pot. This is this stock pot. So you can see nothing is coming out and it's past 2. So nothing. So just about 2.5 versus this one was just about there. So you do get a little bit more usable range with the J taper pot, but it's not that much better. So I might try and swap in an alpha just to see how that does. Now I've got the alpha in this channel and then the J taper 1 meg in this channel. Bright cap still clipped. So they are both identical. Just go ahead, we're in the normal channel. See when it turns on. So it turns on at about 1.75 versus there. So right about there and there. You can see the difference. There you go. We're going to go with alpha. So I'm going to get you guys up to speed because I don't know how much I've filmed as I've kind of tweaked this circuit a little bit. So just some small changes from what you guys I think saw earlier. The most notable will be the plate resistors there. You can see I actually went to 220Ks instead of the stock 100K value just to get a little bit more gain. It's basically just lowering the voltage to the preamp tubes there, getting a little bit to the first preamp tube here, getting more gain out of it. Not a huge change, but it does help. And then you guys saw, I believe, the change over to the alpha pots for the 2 volumes here. You saw already the bigger filter cap. I don't remember what the original setup was for the dropping resistors here. It's a 10K and a 5K. That's where I landed for that. And then also at the bias setup, I don't know what was on camera, what was. I think I had a piggybacked resistor as I was dialing it in because I went over to a GZ34. So this raised the voltage in the amplifier, and just kind of I liked where everything landed once I did that in those kind of small tweaks. Other than that, it's basically exactly how it was before. I might play with coupling caps a little bit down the line. You know, it's got really small for the phase inverter 0.02s, and it's got really large for the preamp and 0.1s. So perhaps there's some tweaking to do there. But overall, I really like the way this thing sounds. And I did also stick with a 12AY7 in V1 here. I like it with the 12AX7. I like it with the 5751. But I just kind of felt like the AY7 was the best match for me personally. So that's what we're going to keep in the amplifier. Plenty of ability to tweak it further and mess around with it, but I'm really happy with where it's at now. So we'll move forward with doing some, finally, recording a play test of the amp, and I'm sure down the line more tweaks are coming. But overall really happy with where it's at. So let's get to the playing. So now that the conversion is done, which was no small feat, I'm really proud actually with how it came out. There was a lot to take into consideration, and it's not the cleanest looking thing in the world, but again, we're working around something that's existing, an existing layout, and we convert into something totally different. So I'm excited with how it came out. Also the fact that it works, amazing. And I think we're just gonna set up some tones, maybe get a pedal board out as well, and just play around with it a little bit, see what we think of the new creation. So let's get to the playing. Got it mic'd up similar to how you guys saw me do it in the other videos in the series. And I do have my pedal board in front of me because the whole goal in mind with this project was to make something that is more versatile, more pedal friendly than a 5E3 circuit, which is kind of a one-trick pony, so to speak. So this should hopefully give us just a lot more usable range to play with, and I'm gonna try and capture that on film for you guys. I'm gonna use my Jazzmaster today, just something different, a little bit of different tone. I've got the channels jumpered, and you'll see why as we go along. And yeah, pretty straightforward. I'll tell you what pedals I'm kicking on when I do it, what volume settings we're at. I will say it's still, I still consider this a prototype. It's still kind of in the early stages, I think. More tweaks to come down the line, but I'm very happy so far. And I have used it a few different times. I used it live most recently, as well as at the studio, but the circuit has changed slightly between those times to now. So this is really just a first check for me, myself. And we're gonna film it. Okay, enough talking. Let's get going here. I think what we'll do, like I said, I got both channels jumpered. Let's go ahead and just turn up one of the volumes here. So you guys will have seen the volume pot changes I did. So I put in alpha so that it actually turns on when you turn it up. It doesn't wait till it's like on 3 for it to actually have volume. So right now the volume is on just about 2, I would say, on the bright channel. So just a very pretty clean tone. That sounds great. Let's do the same on the normal channel. So this is right on 2. And obviously the normal channel doesn't have bright caps, so it'll be a little bit quieter at the same settings. And yeah, sounds lovely. We'll go back to the bright channel, give us a little bit extra cut. And we're on 3. So this amplifier still has the 12AY7 in V1. So there's room to go up in gain. This is definitely a much cleaner amp than the 5E3 circuit. So we're on 3 now. The amp would have been breaking up quite a bit before, even with this guitar. So I'll just give it a quick strum. So hopefully the mics will be able to pick it up, but it's just a really big, beautiful, clean tone. Again, something you're not really going to get out of a deluxe, and certainly not at this volume. So yeah, really enjoying that. We'll go ahead and blend in the normal channel a little bit, give us a little bit more gain, and just some more going on with the tone. The other channel's warmer, obviously. This is 2.5 on the normal channel, 3 on the volume, and then the tone is just on 8, which is a pretty neutral setting. Listen to that, it's so pretty. Kick on a little Memory Man, just give us a little something something. Just beautiful. Again, you're not getting that out of a Tweed Deluxe. You're just not. So that was my goal, is to get something that still had headroom and the ability to kind of have a beautiful clean tone, but still grid up a little bit. Again, it's a 12A-Y7 in V1, so you got plenty of room to throw in a 57, 51 if you want, or even a 12AX7 to get a lot more gain out of it. But I really like where it's at right now. So let's see. Again, very beautiful, huge, very loud in the room. Clean tone. Let's go ahead and kick on an overdrive. I got the Harlot, which is a tube overdrive from Kingsley. So I'll play without and then with. Beautiful. We'll kick on even more gain from the Harlot here. Back to the clean tone. It's worth noting, I don't know how the mic's going to pick it up, but I got the Harlot set for like a live sound, so it's a bit more cutting, a bit more edge to it. Just a little bit of delay from the Keeley Halo there. Let's get a little bit of reverb going. So this is from the Flint. Kind of a normal plate sound here. And yeah, I don't know. Let's just kick on some Memory Man. We'll do a little trem from the Flint too and just play with that a little bit. See what that gives us. We'll go in the key of A, I guess. I think I have a noisy rectifier. I've got a GZ34 in it now, as you guys saw. So it's rattling a little bit. But okay, just kind of a lot going on there. Let's turn the amp up a little bit. All right, I just turned the amp up to 5 on the bright channel, and then the normal channel is not in circuit right now. So it should get just a little bit more of an edge of breakup kind of sound. Really nice, very clean still, but just a little bit more dynamics. We'll bring up the normal channel now, also on 5, jumpered. So this should give us a little bit more heft to the tone and more gain. Awesome. And really, this amp should be permanently jumpered, in my opinion. You got that really clean sound if you want to use one channel by itself. You need to bring both in to get more gain out of it without pedals. Want to be more versatile, so that was kind of how I wanted it to be set up. And again, you can change V1 if you want more gain out of it, but I really like that range and versatility. Still got clean on 5, but it's a dynamic clean. So now we got that sound. We'll just kind of kick in again, I guess the Archer for a little bit more of that mid push and see what that sounds like. Get a little bit of a slap back going here. Here's the Archer. I'll do without then with. That sounds awesome. Try the Harlot, same thing. So super dynamic with the volume control still, with an overdrive. Again, very, very beautiful edge of breakup tone right there with the single coils. And yeah, we can still go to the low input too with humbuckers, but I really like the way this guitar sounds right now, so I want to use it. From here, I guess we'll just crank it a little bit. It's not really the purpose of this amp, but see what it sounds like. All right, so now both channels are on 10 and jumpered, obviously, so that sounds like just a little bit of slapback still on. I'll just demonstrate real quick, just one channel on 10. We'll do the bright channel again. So just the bright channel. You really hear how much the normal channel adds in that extra gain and kind of low end warmth. So one more time. So now, I think the last thing to do is just dime it. So dime both channels, jumpered. Let's see what happens. See if we get that kind of classic Tweed sag still. I'm not sure, actually. I don't think I've tried this yet. So it still does it a little bit. You got to really dig into it. I'm sure with humbuckers you do it even more, but still get a little bit of that. If I just do some big chords.
Awesome. All right. The amp sounds great. Yeah, I think I'm still going to continue tweaking the tone just a little bit, but I'm really pleased with where it's at. It's so much more versatile. I did a gig, like I said. I may or may not have put a video in, a clip of it already. If I haven't, then maybe I'll do it now if I have something. Today's rig, trying out the Harlot. Pretty freaking sweet. And then we've got the awesome little amp I don't have a name for yet, with the AC30. Set very clean, pretty neutral. But I paired it with this AC30 and it actually paired really well, much better than a normal 5E3 Deluxe because it's got more headroom and a better clean sound. And so I was able to set both clean, use my pedals, and it just sounded absolutely killer. So I'm really stoked on this thing. Really, really happy with the pairing of the speaker as well. That Celestion 100 Alnico is absolutely killer and a great pairing with this circuit, as well as with the 5E3 circuit and the 5D3 for that matter. I thought it sounded good in all the clips, hopefully recorded well this time as well. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close this out. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Amplified Parts for making all of this possible. Once again, you know, it's kind of my harebrained idea of let's take a kit and let's do some Mythbusters content and turn it into something different. And I'm really pleased with how all of this came out. It was a definite labor of love for sure. Quite a lot went into all of these videos. So thank you for watching. Thank you for engaging, commenting, and subscribing if you did. So much more amp content coming down the line. In fact, I'm going to go straight into shooting another video that you guys will see very soon. So subscribe for more, and until next time, see ya.